Welcome back to Uplifted Universe. Today, we're diving into a law that changes how you see pain, success, love, and even darkness. The Law of Polarity. This law teaches that everything has an opposite. But those opposites are not separate. They're two extremes of the same thing. And once you understand this, emotional balance becomes much easier. What is the Law of Polarity? The law of polarity states that everything has two poles, two ends of the same spectrum. Hot and cold. Light and dark. Love and hate. Confidence and insecurity. They appear opposite. But they are variations of the same energy. Cold is not the opposite of heat. It's simply the absence of heat. Darkness is not the opposite of light. It's the absence of light. This changes everything. Have you ever thought why this law matters emotionally? If love and hate are two ends of the same spectrum, then strong hate often indicates buried love. If fear and excitement are physiologically similar, then anxiety can be redirected into anticipation. Polarity shows you that emotions are adjustable. You are not stuck at one end, shifting along the spectrum. Imagine a dimmer switch. You don't jump from total darkness to full brightness instantly. You adjust gradually. Emotional mastery works the same way. If you feel overwhelmed, you don't need to force joy. You move from despair to neutrality. From neutrality to hope. From hope to optimism. Small shifts create large transformation over time. So, why extremes create growth? Because without sadness, you wouldn't recognize happiness. Without failure, success would feel empty. Without loneliness, connection wouldn't feel sacred. Polarity allows experience. Contrast creates appreciation. Sometimes the pain you resent is preparing you to feel joy more deeply later. You cannot eliminate one pole. Many people try to eliminate negative emotions completely. But if you remove one end of the spectrum, you also weaken the other. Trying to avoid sadness completely often blocks depth. Avoiding fear completely can block courage. Courage only exists because fear exists. Confidence only exists because doubt exists. They are not enemies. They are connected. So how can we apply this law in real life? When something feels extreme, ask yourself, what is the opposite pole of this experience? How can I move slightly toward it? What lesson exists on this end of the spectrum? For example, if you feel rejected, the opposite pole is belonging. How can you belong to yourself first? If you feel powerless, the opposite pole is agency. Where can you make one small choice today? Movement is always possible. Polarity in relationships. Relationships often swing between closeness and distance. Instead of panicking during emotional distance, understand it as part of the rhythm of polarity. Intensity balances itself. What feels like loss sometimes restores equilibrium. The hidden gift of polarity. Polarity teaches emotional flexibility. It shows you that no feeling is permanent. If you're at one extreme now, the other extreme is also available. Because they are connected. This creates hope. Here is a grounding truth. You don't need to fear darkness. Darkness makes light visible. You don't need to fear struggle. Struggle gives strength meaning. Everything contains its opposite. And that means change is always possible. If this message resonated with you, remember, you are never trapped at one end of the spectrum. Shift gently. Balance naturally follows. Stay inspired, stay uplifted, and I'll see you in the next one.